Welcome back to another edition of Shoeminator's Garage, where we're installing these motor mounts in a 1988 C1500. We're doing a LS swap on this vehicle, but this would be the same even for anything. So this will work for other GM vehicles as well that take this kind of motor mount. So these are the energy suspension replacement inserts that you have to grind them to fit, unfortunately, and then you have to secure them with these ties. And we actually secured them with bolts as well. Right now, this is just a locator bolt. There's no nut on it, just to hold this where it needs to be in the frame. And then we take our grade 8. This is a 1-inch grade 8 3/8 bolt. You just feed this coat hanger through the hole. Tape it to the end of the bolt. Helps if you have a partner.
Little zip tie.
And you can see you just pull it right up, and then you take a zip tie and secure the bolt with a zip tie. I'm the one breathing heavy because I'm leaning over the radiator support. So once that's secure, you can remove the tape and the coat hanger.
Okay, well, there's the washer and nut.
Alright, so there you can see it's secure with the zip tie. Here's a lock washer and a nut. And I forgot to mention earlier, we did also put a lock washer on the bolt head. That way, anything to help grab from the backside. Because getting wrenches and stuff into these frames
It's not possible.
is a nightmare.
Essentially
I did not do a video on how to take them out.
do the exact opposite. Pro tip.
So one of the keys we found is be careful not to put too much tape when you're doing this, but you have to have enough. You don't want to drop the bolt. And the other key is I would recommend buying an extra bolt just in case you drop one down in the frame and can't get it.
Good luck trying to fish that bolt
It's
out.
cheap insurance, but so you can see, just fish this down the coat hanger right through the mount, right through the frame. And you do have to put the coat hanger on the tip of the bolt. You can't put it next to the bolt. It will not fit through the holes. So, and you can see here we are fishing it up.
Retape this on.
All right, so we were lucky enough there. That one fell, but we were able to get the bolt. So that's good, and we'll retape that one. So there you have it. That one pulled through. The key we found is put a little extra tape on the coat hanger itself so it's not as slippery.
So it's not as skinny.
It's not as skinny, and then you can see how it's taped to the tip of the bolt.
If you do it high enough up on the bolt, the zip tie doesn't grab it also.
Yeah, look at that. So this sure as heck beats taking all the suspension apart. Some people say you have to drop the control arms and all that stuff. And yeah, if you want to get up in there with tools and stuff, yeah, that's what you're going to have to do.
But we already did all the suspension. I'm not
Yeah.
taking it back apart.
Yeah, exactly.
Nut.
We call it nut. When we put the driver's side one together, we were able to take the impact and zap these down because we have lock washers on both sides. But we did also put a ratchet on it and just made sure to snug it Made sure it was good and tight.
Pause it. Pause it. Oh no, it'll just...
Here comes the top bolt. This one is the most difficult. And actually, it's pretty,
somehow it was the easiest.
Somehow it went good on this one.
Zip tie.
That was a close one. Need me to do it?
No, hold those.
This is why it helps to have a couple people. So the hanger came off, so holding the bolt with the needle nose while he puts the zip tie on. This is uncomfortable. My trusty assistant. Get her?
Mm-hmm. Stop getting so antsy with putting stuff away, mister. I don't think the zip tie is going to work on this side either. But, I mean, it's...
Looks like you got enough room. So what he's talking about is, you can see the gap here, because these energy suspension mounts are so tight, and even with these big heavy-duty zip ties, they just can't hold it. Until we were ready to bolt it right into the truck, we had temporary bolts holding it so that we could get those big zip ties as tight as possible. Red. So there you go. Pop the zip tie loose.
Well, I mean...
And then...
Key is to just crush the zip tie till it breaks. And then hope you got all the damn plastic out. There's still a piece of plastic. Pause it.
Alright, so now that we've got that, take the impact. Again, grade 8 hardware. And we'll check them all by hand, see if they're spinning. If they are spinning, then you might have to get underneath there with a long extension and a swivel.
A swivel adapter on a wobble extension is the only way.
There you go. But if you're good, if you're lucky, those lock nuts grab, those lock washers grab. And boom. So now we're going to cut the zip ties. Good and tight. Cut off the zip ties. And there you have it. They are bolted in. So one other thing to be sure about on these is always check them with the other half of the motor mount that's on the engine and make sure they line up, especially these aftermarket ones. So there's a smaller tab up here than down here. This tab is bigger. We already test fit it, know this is going to work, and then the long bolt should go right through. So hopefully that'll help you out. If you have any other questions or comments, leave them at the bottom. Thank you very much.